Cassie Ventura has officially moved out of the country after everything that happened with Diddy. I'm not very surprised by this, and I'm also glad that she did this because she wrote a letter to the judge telling him that she was terrified for herself and also her children, and that she was going to move somewhere away from when Diddy got out of prison.
Patriots' Secret Service amp just came out of the court with the Cassie exclusive for you guys. Now, she detailed physical abuse. She said he would mash me in my head, knock me over, kick me, stomp my head while I was down. Sounds like a great guy, Sean.
Y'all, Cassie pulled up to New York City pregnant, powerful, and peaceful. But don't get it twisted, y'all. She didn't come to play. She came to testify. Now, she's the only woman in this Diddy trial using her real name. Everybody else is anonymous, but not Cassie. She said, yep, it's me. I said what I said. Now, hear me the mic. Or the subpoena, and let's not forget that she hit him with a lawsuit back in 2023 and walked away with the bag.
Cassie Ventura sued Diddy on a Thursday. By Friday, it settled for $20 million. By the following year, federal agents were raiding his homes. 23 months after that civil filing, he was sentenced to federal prison. One lawsuit started all of it.
Inside a cold, isolated federal detention center, Sean Combs is reportedly losing what little composure he had left as the revenge plan he allegedly spent months building has completely fallen apart. Watching that carefully imagined plan collapse has reportedly left him restless and agitated, pacing the edges of his small concrete cell like someone with nowhere to turn. But the panic isn't just about being behind bars. It's also about realizing that the person he believed he could still influence made a move he never expected. The woman he allegedly spent years controlling and mistreating didn't just leave. She reportedly secured a settlement worth about $30 million, moved overseas, and left him sitting in a prison cell while his public image and future faced serious uncertainty. For anyone who has followed this story from the beginning, from the widely reported hotel hallway surveillance footage to the federal charges that include racketeering and sex trafficking allegations, this latest development marks a major turning point. It paints the picture of a once powerful music executive who now appears to have lost any remaining influence over the person at the center of his long-running conflict.
I understand her decision to move all the way out of the country because I really feel like Cassie is that terrified of Diddy. We heard how she said multiple different times that she tried to leave. Diddy always came after her and brought her back. She wasn't the only one that was saying these things. You also had Kid Cudi saying it. You also had her friend Deontay Nash. You also had Capricorn Clark and some of the assistants.
Today was the first time she saw Puff in over 6 years, so that was kind of crazy. She said having an encounter freak off. She was introduced to a freak off by Diddy. She also said that he introduced her to sucking the chrome off a tailpipe, if you know what I mean.
If you thought this story had already reached its lowest point, stay tuned, because each passing week seems to reveal another surprising layer to an already shocking case. The latest trigger for this reported downward spiral came after a firm court declaration filed by Cassandra Ventura on May 1st in her ongoing civil case, a filing that quickly drew media attention. In the document, she stated clearly, "I reside outside of the United States. I do not intend to move back to the United States."
Cassie is back in the courtroom, and they are handing her 2 drives, and they ask her what is on them. Cassie tells them there's messages and photos from my devices. We're going to show you the LA Intercontinental hallway again. Who enters? Sean. What's in his hand? He doesn't appear to have anything. Now anything in his hands? My phone. How did he get it? Well, he took all my stuff. Where does he end up? Sitting in a chair in front of the window. What are you doing? I'm walking away from him.
She also explained that although she remains a U.S. citizen, she is no longer a California resident. This wasn't described as a quick vacation, a temporary escape, or a short break until the headlines faded. It appeared to be a carefully planned decision focused on building a new life.
And honestly, Diddy's time in prison is just getting shorter and shorter all the time. Now his release date is February of 2028. Don't think it's gonna stop there because he has good time, and on top of that, because he's in the RDAP program, he can get a year off of his sentence just for that program. Because of all of this, I do believe that Diddy could be out in early or the middle of 2027. Really happy for Cassie that she was able to get away from all of this, but at the same time, it's really sad for her to feel like she had to move her and her children out of the country to feel safe.
According to reports, Ventura believed distancing herself internationally offered greater peace of mind as the legal cases continued. Whether or not every reported claim proves accurate, one thing is clear. She is now living beyond his immediate reach. The man who was accused of controlling major parts of her daily life, including what she wore, who she spoke to, where she went, what she ate, and even what she said during public appearances, can no longer be physically present around her. That complete loss of access, according to reports surrounding the case, appears to be one of the biggest changes in this unfolding story. To understand how carefully planned her departure was, you have to look at the timeline she followed before leaving the country. Last summer, while heavily pregnant and living quietly in New York, Cassandra Ventura appeared in federal court to testify in the criminal case against Sean Combs. That meant balancing the physical demands of pregnancy with the emotional challenge of facing someone she had accused of years of abuse. She didn't ask for special treatment, didn't back away under pressure, and faced the legal process head-on. After completing her testimony and meeting every requirement requested by federal prosecutors, she closed that chapter.
The details in that complaint, filed in federal court public record, gave a federal investigator a roadmap. 10 months after that settlement, federal agents raided his home. Combs was convicted on 2 counts of transportation to engage in under the Mann Act. He was sentenced on October 3rd, 2025 to 50 months in federal prison and fined $500,000. A civil lawsuit is public the moment it's filed. A quick settlement does not make a civil complaint disappear. Sometimes settling fast doesn't resolve the problem. It just closes one chapter and opens a much more serious.
Following reported settlements totaling about $30 million, including $20 million from Combs to resolve her civil lawsuit and another reported $10 million from the hotel connected to the surveillance footage, she quietly moved on. There were no victory speeches, no social media celebrations, and no public taunts. She signed the paperwork, gathered her young family, and put an ocean between herself and her past. What reportedly makes this development so significant is that he may have expected her to remain within reach. According to reports citing people familiar with his circle, claims that should be treated cautiously because they remain unverified, he believed she would continue living in the United States. Those reports suggest he expected any future release to give him another chance to challenge her through legal battles and other forms of pressure rather than simply rebuilding his own life. The claims describe plans involving repeated court actions, indirect communication through associates, and efforts to keep himself connected to her story. Whether those reports are accurate or not, one fact stands out. Her decision to live outside the United States removed that possibility. With one clear court statement confirming she had no plans to return, the situation changed completely, leaving many of those reported expectations with nowhere to go.
Not only was there the CNN video that we all saw very publicly, but also during trial, we saw multiple photos of Cassie beaten to hell. And I see some people even saying, well, she never should have brought this case against Diddy. Guys, Cassie didn't bring this case. It was the United States of America. That's not how things work.
Now, she's here for justice. Jury selection just started, and baby, the courtroom is giving hip-hop history class. The judge came in with his Dre beats, and one of the jurors said they bumped Tupac. Like, we're really watching a federal trial? A federal rap trial at that, unfold in real time. The government said Diddy's running an entire enterprise of abuse. This is not a tabloid moment. This is RICO charge level.
Making the situation even worse for him, the network that once backed his every move appears to be falling apart financially and socially. Many of the people who were once closely linked to him are now reportedly focused on their own problems instead of supporting him. Some reports even suggest that a few have struggled with basic travel costs just to attend court proceedings in the Southern District of New York. Because of that, the idea that this shrinking circle could fund an international effort to track someone living overseas with significant financial resources and professional security seems highly unrealistic. It reflects a mindset shaped by years of influence, where money and power may have seemed like solutions to every problem. Public figures once associated with him, including Stevie J and Young Miami, have publicly discussed how relationships changed after his legal troubles, showing just how quickly fortunes can shift. What may be even harder to accept is not simply that she moved on, but how completely she rebuilt her life. She now appears to have financial security, personal freedom, strong family support, and opportunities that stand in sharp contrast to where this case has left him. For years, prosecutors and civil filings described allegations that she endured controlling behavior, manipulation, and abuse. During the legal proceedings, his defense team argued that her condition during certain events should be viewed differently, while prosecutors presented a very different interpretation of those same facts. Those issues remain part of the broader legal record. Regardless, she has since built a new chapter with her family, a supportive husband, growing children, and a life overseas that places physical distance between her and this long-running legal battle. He can no longer simply reach out, arrange an unexpected meeting, or stay connected in the ways that reports once described. Instead, he remains in custody while she continues moving forward. Her husband, Alex Fine, has also become an important part of that new chapter. Unlike many people who reportedly kept their distance during the years when Combs still held enormous influence in the entertainment industry, Alex stayed by her side. Reports have claimed there was tension between the two men during the early stages of their relationship, although many of those stories remain unconfirmed. Around the same period, Kid Cudi publicly alleged that his vehicle was set on fire after his brief relationship with Ventura, an allegation that has received widespread media attention. Through it all, Alex continued building a life with her. They married, started a family, and now appear focused on everyday moments like raising their children, sharing quiet mornings, and creating a stable home together. It is a future that looks very different from the legal challenges now surrounding her former partner. Many of the biggest developments in Sean Combs' legal and public downfall, including the federal charges, the wave of civil lawsuits, the loss of major business partnerships, and the damage to his public image, followed Cassandra Ventura's decision to file her landmark lawsuit after years of remaining silent. That filing became a major turning point, encouraging broader public attention and additional legal scrutiny. Yet, based on reports surrounding the case, there has been little public sign of remorse or accountability from him. Instead, some reports suggest he has remained focused on Ventura rather than reflecting on the consequences of the allegations against him. If those claims are accurate, they point to a desire for control rather than genuine affection. As more details have emerged through court filings and public reporting, many people now view the relationship through a very different lens. The story also raises bigger questions about the culture that surrounded him. Former associate Sly Diggler has publicly claimed that Combs' need for control came from deep personal insecurities, describing a pattern of someone using power and influence to dominate others. Those are allegations and personal opinions, but they have added to the wider public debate. Critics argue that someone with enormous wealth, influence, and opportunity could have used those resources to support meaningful causes instead of becoming the focus of years of legal battles and damaging allegations. The people and organizations connected to him have also faced growing scrutiny. Questions have been raised about the actions of employees, associates, and others who were allegedly part of his inner circle. Some civil claims have also focused on the handling of surveillance footage by a hotel connected to one of the reported incidents. According to public reports, that matter was later resolved through a settlement. Whether involving individuals or institutions, the broader case has sparked conversations about accountability, responsibility, and the consequences of looking the other way when serious allegations are raised. Today, the people who once stood beside him reportedly no longer have the money, legal support, or resources needed to pursue someone who has built a new life overseas with professional guidance and security. Claims that she fled miss an important point. Fleeing suggests panic and having no options. According to public reports, her move came after resolving major legal matters, securing financial stability, and making what appears to have been a carefully planned decision for herself and her family. As intense media attention surrounded his criminal case, she chose to step away and focus on a safer, quieter future. While Sean Combs remains in federal custody awaiting the outcome of his legal appeals, she is living thousands of miles away, rebuilding her life. By all public accounts, she no longer has to live with the same constant uncertainty that once defined her daily routine. She has moved forward with her family, her future, and her peace of mind. The contrast is striking. One person is facing the consequences of ongoing legal proceedings, while the other has focused on creating a new chapter beyond the reach of the past. What do you think? Is this one of the biggest personal and legal turnarounds you've seen in a celebrity case? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next update.
Now who's in the video? Me and security. In this one, where did you go from the hotel? To my house. I took an Uber. Let's turn to the text messages. Can you read page 4? Please call. I'm surrounded. Who sent that? It was from Sean. He was running around in a towel. I told him to put the robe on. Who sent these green messages? I did. I wrote to Sean. Jules left.
And here's the gag. One of the key witnesses, victim 3, vanished. The feds say they can't find her. She's missing. Radio silent. So now Cassie's testimony just got even more crucial. This woman is pregnant, unbothered, and still pulling up to hold him accountable. We don't deserve her at all, because the level of accountability and fearlessness, she is really teaching her daughters a very powerful lesson. Cassie's showing up and she's showing out. And I hope Diddy's team pack their prayers, because if that woman takes the stand with her full chest out,